everybody. I am DJ Qball.
It's your boy Jilla Beats.
It's your boy Versatile.
And this is the Unplugged Talk Podcast. And right here is where we give you the straight up talk. Unplugged, non-scripted, you know what I'm saying? Straight to the point. But before I go any further, we got Shannon the Shooter in the building.
What's up, everybody? Unplugged Podcast. We in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, man, this week has been another crazy one. You feel me?
You dig.
But, man, we here. We here. You know what I'm saying? We are here. Yeah. Thank you, everybody who has been tuning in. You know, we have given y'all 4 weeks of content. You know what I'm saying? 4 weeks of content. You feel me?
Yes.
And y'all been tuning in. Y'all been sharing. Y'all been liking. Y'all been subscribing. Y'all been commenting. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we, that's all we ask for. You know what I'm saying? It's all free. You know what I'm saying? That's all we ask for.
But can we get a moment of silence for this small credit break? The plane too. No.
Exactly.
But it's been a decent week though. You know what I'm saying? I like the other day the grocery giveaway. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brothers.
Shout out to Hojo, man. Shout out to Hojo Fap. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That was
Sherman,
dope, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Myself.
There need to be a lot more of that going on throughout the city. You know what I'm saying? That's some good thing. That's a good thing.
Definitely agree. So yeah, anything y'all gonna come up like that, definitely pull me in. I like that. That's what's needed, like you said.
We definitely gonna call you, brother, because I was out there bench pressing. They had me at the front of the truck. I'm sitting there like, yeah.
Get your workout on.
Yeah. Like,
what we do.
Straight up, mush.
Me and Sherm, every 4th Saturday, you know what I'm saying? We hook up with Hojo.
Okay.
And we give away the free groceries, you know what I'm saying? It be hot food, be cold food. You know what I'm saying? The hot food you can eat right then and there for free. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And we also got free groceries like vegetables, milk. I'm talking about anything that's there, bread, anything in the grocery store.
Pig feet.
You know what I'm saying? Just come on through. You know what I'm saying? Whatever location we are at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all definitely support that because that's major, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely needed.
It's going on a year and a half now.
That is dope, man.
And
hey, I salute y'all.
We haven't missed a month.
Man, that's
maybe
good.
maybe 1 month we missed.
Yeah, but still, consistency
it's going
is
on about a year and a half now.
And the Orchestration Institute is definitely a proud sponsor. I'm gonna let y'all know when y'all can come and pop in. You know what I'm saying? Put y'all to work, get y'all workout on. Because I was out there. I'm telling you,
he said he recruiting.
Man, look, I feel like I'm recruiting. Like,
the man said,
the brothers got to come out, man. The brothers got to come outside, man.
Facts.
And help.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about it a lot, but a lot of action is not there when it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like we really got to help the people. Man, it's helping ourselves, man. That's a good thing, Joe. So salute to them brothers, man, for doing that. Like straight up.
And also you could tell that it's a lot of people in need, man, because of the crowd and the amount of people that come through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's a good thing, when, we just trying to give back through humanitarian efforts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And helping everybody who's, less fortunate, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's a lot of respect, you know what I'm saying? I take my hat off to the people that come to get the food, you know what I'm saying, and support it because, a lot of times people have their pride, you know what I mean? And they're like, nah, I ain't going to do that, because I'm the crazy if I go do that. Yeah. So for them to do that and to know that they have a reliable source, that's dope, man. Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. But speaking of that consistency, quick question. Yeah. How long you been doing what you do out here in this, in this culture, man?
Like a good 15 years as far as like getting everything lined up business wise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's talking about that's some training, you know what I'm saying, figuring things out, studying, applying stuff, you know what I'm saying, and gradually.
Man, consistently just working on my craft, like being open to learning new things, you know what I'm saying, keeping up with the technology. Yeah. And like going outside, like networking with different people, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like almost doing the same thing, but they probably doing something else, you know what I'm saying? But the end goal is basically the same. You know what I'm saying? I've been just trying to figure out like getting to the end goal. You know what I'm saying? That's like the important thing. Yeah, it's your boy Jilla Beats, man. For any artists out there looking for production, make sure y'all go check out my BeatStars page, man. BeatStars.com/eJillaBeats. That's EJILLABEATS. Let's get it.
That's dope. What about you, Qball?
Man, since 12 years old.
So yeah, you
Since 12 years old.
Man.
And I say that with confidence.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I can dig that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I can dig that.
12 years old.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
I was just saying the other day to somebody, I can't recall who I said this to, but I was just telling them that I know why I was born. Like, I literally know why I was put on this earth.
That's dope.
And that's to be a DJ, bro.
That is dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's my whole everything. Like, from 12 to now.
Yeah.
I mean, even though, you know, I did little things in between, but the base of everything was DJing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how when you painting, like you want a certain color, but you gotta have this certain base paint to make this color come through?
Correct.
DJing is the base.
And that's so dope, man. Like that, you know, both of your examples, it's crazy because myself, you know, I've been at 20 plus, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, people can probably try to do the math later on, but it's all good. But it's 20 plus. And ironically, what you just said right there, it's funny because like the people that reach the highest statuses, people that everybody like supports and artist wise and all that, right? When you talk to anybody like an Usher or anybody like that, right? That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I was born to do this. So if that's your focal point, and if that's something that, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, I'm going to give everything I got to this, you might have a plan B, but you might not. You're like, this is my plan A, and I'm sticking to this, right? And that's how you become the greatest at it. That's how you, you know, get to the legend status, you know, building that legacy, you know what I'm saying, becoming a GOAT in what you do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, along those lines, along those ways, it's like you're building up not only your resume, you know what I'm saying, but that sustainability, because you're going from the trial and error, figuring it out, then, you know what I'm saying, then, okay, I already know the formula now, so I can just keep on rinse, recycling, repeating, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, come with innovation here and there, but, you know, you already know at that point, you know, versus people that come into it and, like, think, okay, like, man, like, I'm going to start here, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to be where you at.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
You know what I'm saying?
But like Jilla said, like, as far as the technology part of it, you know what I'm saying? By technology constantly changing faster, like every day, like every week. Like that helped me dibble and dabble into other things. Yeah. You know, as you know, coming up from a teen, from a preteen to a teen to an adult. You know what I'm saying? It's the technology that kept me intrigued. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, man. DJing.
And that's dope. And that's dope. Because you do, I mean, the three of us actually, you know, we all delve into different areas, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, in professional levels, you know what I mean? My background, you know, you already know my background. But anyway, same thing, like I said, 20 plus years. Me starting off figuring I wanted to learn how to make beats and stuff was with them the little pink Casio keyboard, you know what I'm saying? And the little, you know, the rectangular cassette tape things, cassette recorders. Yeah. That's how I started. Boom, okay, I'm gonna do this. And and then, okay, I'm gonna take this one, put it in this one, and I'm gonna record over the melody I just made right here and learning step by step. So it was like that early work way back here. Right. We didn't have, you know what I'm saying, like FL, we didn't have, you know, Studio One, we didn't have none of that stuff at this point back here. It's like, okay, how do I do this? You know what I'm saying? So all the as we say, grassroots of it, climbing up every step of the way, learning all the intricacies, you know what I'm saying, as far as like sounds, frequencies, everything, you know what I mean? Same way you guys did, you know what I'm saying? So like, at the end of the day, it's like, we know what it takes. We know what it means to have a value on what we do. And we know that work and all that whole process is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing was handed to us. You know what I mean? It wasn't like overnight type of thing. You know, so like when we walk around, you know, especially you guys, I can definitely take my hat off to y'all because the way you guys handle business and how you maneuver and stuff like that, you know, despite anything from the hecklers to any, you know, happy feeders, you know what I'm saying? Despite all that stuff, I've witnessed and seen it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, so I take my hat off and salute y'all because you guys, you guys show exemplary attributes for other people to follow. If they really, really pay attention and really want to get to a certain place, they can pick your brain, ask those questions, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with myself. You know what I mean? Like, iron sharpens iron. So if they really want to know in the whole nine, they need to really get to people like y'all, people like us, you know what I'm saying, that can really guide them in the right direction. And you show them like, look, what you're seeing out, in different areas or whatever, it ain't always that. You know what I'm saying? It don't come overnight like that. There's people that have been doing stuff 10 plus years and still ain't made it yet. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you coming through the gate, you can expect, okay, well, I'm hot. That's all you need to know. I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? It don't go like that. No. It don't go like that. You know what I'm saying? Performances, I don't take them lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm all the way from back here to here, seen it all, been through it all. Put the festivals, concerts, seminars, everything. I put everything together from scratch. You know what I'm saying? So like to see people's performances, I'm real critical. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, all right. People think, okay, I just get on there, grab the mic. You know what I'm saying? And I just go over my song. With the music in the back, the lyrics in the back, whatever. I'm just go, okay, cool. I'm just here, and they consider that a performance. You know what I'm saying?
These performances be horrible.
And you know what I'm saying? And we all know the reason why that is. There's not a lot of artist development that's happened and nobody's experienced that. You know what I'm saying? So like
we talked about the artist development thing, right?
Yeah.
That's because a lot of people have not they haven't paid their dues. Like the time that you all say that you've been doing what you're doing. We have a lot of 2020 artists.
Exactly. Right. New artists.
Right.
But they didn't do all of the steps. They skipped a whole lot of steps. So you know.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this. Is that no phone? No. So let me ask y'all this. What Shannon the Shooter just said. Mm-hmm. An artist that skips all the steps, no artist development, songs not right, not mixed, not mastered, YouTube beat. Do you feel like an artist like that should get paid to perform?
We got to go some criteria.
Me personally saying it like that, no.
Because now
if you putting it like that, no.
But check this out. It's a lot of artists, even here in our city, that's like what I just described. Okay. But they feel like they are artists for real because of the Me Too.
But so
you see what I'm saying?
I get that, and it's like don't nobody gotta pay you to perform. Like, okay, the upcoming artists, and with all those, everything he just mentioned. If they want to pay you, that's one thing, but they don't have to pay you. You know what I'm saying? You're not a selling artist. Like you're not selling out crowds. You're not bringing so many people to the venue. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So why should they give you a percentage of sales or any type of money? You're not even bringing these people to the club. Most people, they bring a few family members, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Them a few ticket sales. But when you bring in hundreds of people to the club, then you can stick your chest out, be like, hey, man, look, I'm bringing in 1,000 people in the club. I deserve this. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen artists complain about being paid to perform. And I know for a fact that these specific artists can't bring 20 people.
Oh, you read my
mind. Okay, I'm putting it to you like this. If you feel like you should get paid to perform, then you need to throw your own show.
Thank
that
you.
Part.
Thank
you know what I'm saying? Throw your own show.
Thank you.
And all the other talk is out the window because now
nobody has to pay you.
Nobody has to pay you. You finna pay yourself. But you still got to put the money in to get paid, though. You know what I'm saying? It's still not skipping the point that you finna pay for something.
Exactly.
And a lot of artists feel like they don't have to pay for nothing.
But guess what? They're not going to throw their own show.
Right.
You know why? Because they don't have no money, for one. For two, they already can't bring 20 people in the door at another show.
Right.
That they're being asked to pay to perform at.
Yeah,
they can't even draw in 20 people. So they're not going to be able to throw their own show. You know what I'm saying? But I agree. They should be throwing their own show.
So that's to answer that question. If
they should be. You know what I'm saying?
Any upcoming artist, or it ain't even got an upcoming artist, independent artist, if you like, feel like you deserve this amount, this percentage, however it go, man, throw your own show.
I for a fact. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I for a fact through my own show, I made more money in that one show than I had streaming music and all that stuff because it's hand to fist.
Facts.
It's right over you reaching these people right there. So then you could leave with a profit.
Yeah.
You're not worried about somebody calling you in and asking you to perform because evidently you got people who listen to your music. If you got people who listen to your music, if you're nobody listens to your music, who finna pay you?
Right.
I have a challenge for artists. For any artist that is watching this, if I was a promoter, and I come to you and ask you to perform at a show for me, slots are being sold, but your response is that you would preferably want to be paid for this show. So my response to that would be, okay, send me a link to a show you've thrown yourself as the promoter, and I would like to see your crowd. I would like to see how you are as an artist handling business. You know what I'm saying? And then we could discuss, from there. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't provide that, then I can't pay for you. And if you would like to be in this show and I'm selling slots, you can purchase a slot. Simple as that. If not, then you just won't be on the show. You know what I mean?
It's just all about doing the work. It's not about, it ain't even about how long you've been an artist. It's like you see some artists that get on that stage and you know that they put some passion in that craft.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then you got some people come up there, they hold the microphone to their stomach. They don't say all of the words. And these are the ones that you'll see online complaining about they want to get paid for their performances. And
they don't say all the words because they don't even know them all yet.
Because they freestyle.
And it's they
Or
song.
they put the mic down
That's true.
like people.
Y'all know what's
people
up.
know
Y'all know
words
what the fuck
already.
is up. Yeah.
Man, look.
Y'all know what's up.
Nah, but artists need to just, focus on being an artist, getting it together first. You know what I'm saying? And really do your homework on what's going on out here and how you can do it and how you can become a better artist, especially if you're an independent artist, because even when you out here reaching, trying to get signed, there's a lot of groundwork that has to be done trying to get signed. And in today's world, going back to the technology and how things change, so now it's you gotta have so many followers and
the numbers game.
The numbers game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
So now you really gotta look like something.
But wait a minute. Speaking of getting signed, I need to say this, bro.
I know where we're going. I'm elaborate. Go ahead. I already know where we're going.
I need to say this because there's a lot of this going on in a lot of different cities on my timeline. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of shows being thrown to be signed, to have an opportunity to be signed to certain labels. Have y'all been seeing any of that?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so y'all know I'm not lying. Okay.
Right.
So my thing is this. Me knowing what I know
Yeah.
and affiliated with the people that I'm affiliated with and have these meetings that I have, a lot of label people are being released. I'm talking about the staff.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of departments are being cut.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Including
Yeah.
urban.
Yeah.
All right?
Big time.
So all this cap on the internet about people getting the chance to be signed here, signed there. Ain't no label looking for nobody. They downsizing.
Exactly.
So what make y'all think that they looking for artists like that? Right. And again, you got to be already viral, popping numbers, something. You ain't finna just walk in there as a dusty artist. You know what I'm saying? And get signed.
Right.
Yeah, it's your boy Jilla Beats, man. For any artists out there looking for production, make sure y'all go check out my BeatStars page, man. BeatStars.com/eJillaBeats. That's EJILLABEATS. Let's get it.
You gotta be
what I'm saying? Like
you gotta be solid.
We gotta be for real with these people, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be for real with these people, man.
And that's and it's funny because we've covered this before, this area, right? And it's crazy because I tell people all the time, right? Hey, we get to it, don't we?
I'm sick of seeing it though, bro.
We're gonna put under our descriptions on the website. We're gonna put under our descriptions who we represent right here. Cause I'm trying to tell you, boy, hey, he's hit on the head though. But that's what I'm saying. Though. That's what we talk about as far as the artists making themselves salable. If they don't know what that means, people be able to want to invest money or pay you to perform or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do the legwork and be able to be represent yourself as a professional artist. Even if you're not up here in top tier, you have to represent yourself as a professional artist. With the EPK website. You know what I'm saying? Like all your paperwork, done correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like quality music, not just dropping stuff, just be dropping it. Quality music, and production.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? Like there's a list.
Yeah, a whole
list of the do's and don'ts you should and should not do.
Now, see, not to cut you off.
No, we in this.
But by you saying them dropping the music, it goes back to me saying they made it where it's too easy to drop the music. Like now, you know what I'm saying? Like we can make something in the next hour and it'll be out tomorrow at noon or something. You know what I'm saying? We ain't let it marinate.
No rollout.
No rollout. Exactly. That's the key. No rollouts.
No rollouts.
Type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that really plays a role too. You know what I'm saying? Because you're able to just it's out and go download my music. It's on everything.
And it goes back to right, and it goes back to the whole Me Too thing y'all was saying. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, because it's blind leading the blind. It's like, oh shoot, Jilla dropped a single.
Right.
I got to put one out too now.
Right.
Okay. Oh shoot, Qball he put one out the next day.
And it's definitely the blind leading the blind.
And it's like and without knowing that, because I even said that in a couple of calls this week. I was like, you know what? I'm like, you need to have even if an artist has like people around them. You know what I'm saying? Like that acts like a support or whatever. You need to keep those around you that really do support you, but also those who have some kind of inkling of the business and hey, look, don't just rush and just throw stuff out there. I called it a round table of a rollout. I said a rollout round table, something like that. I said, but anyway, to the point where it's like, okay, look, let's put these things into play before you drop this single. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is, crossing the T's and dotting the I's before you do that. And they don't have people that are helping them to do that and guide them that way or educate them. You know what I'm saying? So like at all, you know what I'm saying? But not even just that part, even the business, knowing the business part of it. Because you think about it realistically, right? And one of the comments that I had last week was, I said, okay, even with if you took a brick and mortar business, right? Say, okay, you know what? Okay, give you an example. Jilla. Orchestration Institute, right? Building, brick and mortar. In order for you to go, okay, I'm open these doors, have a grand opening, whatever I'm gonna do, you had to make sure all these things were in place before doing so, whether it was from permits to, initial investments in it, making sure everything is on point, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to go through all these steps, you know what I'm saying, before you rolled out your business to let everybody know that you can come in here and shop with me, or you can get this done, get that done. You know what I'm saying? But you had to make sure everything was in place, the behind the scenes that nobody else is seeing. You're like, okay, you know what? Make sure my sound quality is good on these mics. Let me make sure, you know what I'm saying, my system, my PA system, everything going through here, everything's on point. The visuals on point. The decor on point. You know what I'm saying? It's inviting. Okay, then I can go, okay, I'm open for business, right? That's your rollout. And then here's the crazy part, right? All of that, it didn't come with somebody saying, hey, here you go. You had to invest in yourself. Exactly. You had to invest in everything that was needed in there, invest in the building itself, right? Mm-hmm. With the mindset to go, my hope is, once I complete this vision, right, and I do this rollout, that I'm gonna start generating this money back, you know what I'm saying, and seeing a return on my investment. Business. So then, right, not even just that part, let's say, okay, hypothetically, a bank helped you, right? They're gonna already know it's a known thing. Your first year or two, they're not looking at you making an extensive profit. They're going, okay, you know what, you might break even off this investment, and then after that, possibly 2 years, start making a significant increase on your return. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So they'll expect that. They're in the mindset of, we know you're not gonna come out the gate, you know, with your rollout and you're gonna make $100,000 your first year. Now, some cases do.
Right.
There's not a lot, but for the average, they know it's not the possible thing. So an artist, when they look at it, going, okay, I spend money on studio time, I spend money on beats, which is some of that's a lie because y'all download free beats. But then, you know what I'm saying, then on top of that, you know, say, okay, boom, I gotta pay for the studio session, and you know, and then the video, and those are your investments. Man, so you're investing in yourself.
They don't pay for none of that.
What I'm saying is, like, if that's your complaint,
I was
that's what I'm
just
saying.
going to say that. I just saying,
and a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't. But if that's your viewpoint of it,
right,
then your viewpoint also should match. Going, this is my investment in myself. I'm my brand. I'm my business. If I invest quality, you know what I'm saying, and like, okay, I'm trying to keep with everybody else or be in the cliques or, you know what I'm saying, be cool in the in crowd or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and stay in a hamster wheel. But I'm thinking about my career, thinking about I'm going to go global. If that's your mindset, you're going to realize that all those investments, now once you put that work in, put the investments in the whole nine, and expect other people to invest in you by what? Paying you to perform. Paying for, you know what I'm saying, for your music that's out. Paying to come see you at, you know what I'm saying, at concert. Not having to pay to, you know what I'm saying, like get on certain tickets. You got to put that investment in yourself first, because it's going to roll over to, okay, man, you did all that. You have quality. You're salable. You have all your paperwork done. You have your EPK and everything done, a website. You got merchandise. You got everything in place to where, what? All that adds up. Now, major artist comes in town. They say, dang, somebody fell off the tour. We need to put somebody in that place. Can you fill that spot? Not just because you're an artist, because you have a gift. Can you fill that spot as a professional, sellable artist to the point where you can go the rest of the tour? Out of 28 cities, they got 12 left. Can you do that? Can you keep up your end of the bargain? Can you be and maintain and move and act as a professional artist in that capacity? If not, you have work to do. A lot of work to do.
And look, artists, we're not saying any of this to downplay y'all or talk negative about y'all or anything. This is stuff that we are trying to teach.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to teach y'all something.
Facts.
So all you have to do is just listen. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what we're saying with a positive ear instead of a negative one. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this. If there's any artist out there that has paid to perform at a show and the prize was to possibly go get signed at a label and you won the contest, you never getting signed. I'm going to tell you never getting signed. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not because you a bad artist, because evidently you got to be a good artist if you won the contest. Right. So that's not what I'm saying. But you're never going to get signed because of the simple fact of, if you was hot and popping like that, the label would have came to you.
Exactly.
It would have came to you.
Facts.
You wouldn't have had to perform at a show to potentially go to a label meeting. What is that?
Facts.
What is that?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't let that go over y'all heads.
Exactly.
You feel me? For real. Because there's a lot of that going on in a lot of cities.
It is.
A lot of that going on in a lot of cities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have been in cities that has seen it firsthand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And all I can do is shake my head.
Shout out to the people that's trying to make it happen for the artists, you know,
for sure.
Like doing that type of thing, you know, taking them here and there, putting them in contests, competitions, stuff like that, you know.
But that's real A&Rism though.
Facts.
That's
Facts.
a good
real
thing, you know.
A&R.
Yep.
You know, just to throw it out there, nobody's trying to downplay what you're doing, because people love to downplay what other people are doing, you know, especially because, you know, it ain't them. You know, they didn't get that opportunity.
Right.
Man, jealousy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's me too.
Right.
Like, you know, I mean, it's kind of sad with the downplaying thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's a lot of talented people out here. Facts. Like they need the encouragement. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Not the downplay. Why just encourage? You know what I'm saying? They need that help. They need that love.
Yeah. And that's what this podcast is about.
All about that.
You know what I'm saying? It's not to like.
And you know it's funny because even what you said right now, if people really want to do what somebody else is doing instead of downplaying it, 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying? If you show interest to that person, like, look, I'm doing the same thing. You know, you're at a higher level than me. You got any advice for me or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And instead of trying to hate on them and like, you know what I'm saying, or try to like steal their thunder
and compete.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, instead of doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because especially nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can Google a lot of stuff, but not even just that part. But if you know someone, you know what I'm saying, that is on a certain level and you see they're being or coming into a successful nature in what they do, just talk to them and ask them questions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for the most part, people aren't gonna, hoard the information unless they really, really that selfish. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, if it's somebody like, give an example, I know you, for example. You know what I'm saying? Shooting the shooter. It's like when you're around people that are knowledgeable and they already been and done. It's almost like a perfect analogy. It's like being an OG in the game. You know what I'm saying? Even in the streets, it's like, okay, you know what? Like, sometimes you're like, man, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see you do that. You know what I'm saying? Type thing. Do it for the right way, the positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. Okay, you don't know this information. I do. Let me help you. You know what I'm saying? And get you to a place where you need to be at. Because a lot of times it was so crazy is when people are acting like that, either they stunted their own growth, you know what I'm saying, or they did something that, that prevented themselves from moving and elevating higher. So when they see somebody else doing it, they're like, man, I can't stand them. For that purpose, you ain't did nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? The imaginary beef. But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have those, but anyway, that I'm aware of. But you know what I'm saying? But but that's where that stuff comes from. Because like, okay, like, man, like I stunted my own growth. I did this right here, or you know what I'm saying? I tried to do what Jilla's doing, or I tried to do what Qball's doing. I tried to do what Versatile's doing. I tried to do what Shannon the Shooter's doing. I tried to do what all the people in this game is doing, but I got caught up in, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not gonna say like that. I say they got caught up in trying to do it the scamming way. The slick way, the undertaken way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shortcuts, not trying to go at it to get the right way and the whole nine. So then because they weren't being a visionary and they were being a follower, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna try to capitalize off that, you know what I'm saying, and scam and get over the best way I possibly can. Those who don't know in a stunning their growth, because now you got either a bad reputation, you don't know how to excel, you don't know how to apply anything because you try to take the shortcut. So those who actually put that work in, like that's why I asked in the beginning, how much time y'all had in the game? Because you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't understand, like, it didn't come easy. It didn't come overnight. And the game now is way different than it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about 2-inch tapes and, you know what I'm saying, versus now everything digital, you know what I'm saying, we're mainly digital. You have, vinyl starting to make a little bit more comeback and it's still available, but you know what I'm saying, like you think about the differences there, even with labels and stuff, they like, okay, I want to get signed to a label. Why you want to get signed to a label? Okay, with independent writing working for you, you know what I'm saying, okay, you have more access now to do more things freely, right? Yeah. Learn the game, excel your career in the whole nine, and at a faster rate. Right, without being held up. You're like, okay, well, I want a label because I want them to back me. Or you want to back you how, though? You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about financially, what are you bringing to the table for them to invest in? What are you bringing to the table for a manager to even manage?
They don't even know.
You see what I'm saying?
What it entails as far as being on a label, bro. Like,
they don't.
Like, they don't even know what they got to go through.
A label is a credit card.
At all.
Trying to tell you, man.
That's a credit card. That part. That's why they go for the I want to get signed thing, because like the label is pretty much free. It ain't even free. It's free. It's free. It's free temporary money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they doing all the stuff that you could do on your own for you. You know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. But you're gonna have to recoup that budget.
Exactly.
And on top of that, you go get signed to a label or whatever. Now you are not even you anymore.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
You don't even own your social media no more.
All that.
Let me see that for 50 years.
Right. Your name and likeness is just gone. You don't even own it no more.
Yep.
And on top of that, you probably ain't. Your publishing probably on their side, as far as the percentage, they probably getting a more percentage of the publishing than you get, if at all, if you get any.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So man, like independent, y'all.
I was just gonna say, go all the way back to should the artist get paid? Like right now is really kind of like a real good time for musicians. Like if you really think about it, because to me it's easier. The only thing is missing is just having some money to put behind you to get everything done that you're out here searching for, to get signed for the label to do for you. If you had your own money, you can do all this stuff they finna do for you as far as your marketing and
but they can have their own money though.
Right.
All they got to do is get their personal credit straight and then start their business credit.
Or go to work.
Or go to work.
But okay, so
that was good.
all of that fall. I feel so again. I feel like all of that fall on the artist development because you're still teaching them outside of how to be an artist, performer, or whatever. Like, okay, that's cool. Now you got to get the business part of it together. You know what I'm saying? You got to still treat this like a business. How you expect to get paid if you don't know the business?
Exactly.
So a promoter can tell you, you gonna get paid. You go perform. You sit here, I'm finna get paid. He come hand you $40.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you something. It ain't about how much you get. It's about what you negotiate.
Facts.
But you don't even know what you negotiated if you don't know the business.
If you ain't negotiating nothing,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you what I give you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll do
Take
it.
whatever.
You agreed to just
Here go $40. Hey man,
gave you $5.
So
no, here go 40.
So you can't say you ain't get paid. I gave you $40.
Yeah, because this 10% of what I made tonight, I made $400
on the real side.
Right.
There go your 40.
Right.
But it goes back to what you're saying about not knowing the business part and why they think there's free money.
Right.
Because without knowing the business, they're like, oh, okay, they give me $150,000 up front. That means, you know what I'm saying, oh, I can get out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Or I can do certain things. But then it's free money. That's their mindset. They're paying me. Not the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I got to recoup this money. You know what I'm saying? However, whatever dollar sign it is. They're paying me because of my gift and because of what I can do. And here's the thing. A lot of times, and you know, I'm speaking this facts, a lot of times people in those kind of positions that are in the mindset of the artist how they are now, they get that kind of a deal.
Yeah.
And they think they can slow down, and they're realizing the work just began. Yeah. You proved yourself, and if you get to that and cross that line, you proved yourself able to cross into that lane now. Yeah. So now you're looked at like that. That don't mean that you already arrived. You're not automatically a Jay-Z, Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, you're not that. You're walking in the door because you got a deal. The deal is just saying, okay, all right. We believe in what you sold us. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because now you as a sellable artist, you sold yourself. Okay, boom, I got everything in order. Boom, boom. Okay, now it's like, okay, let me see what I can throw at you to see if you're gonna bite. Right. Okay, $150,000. Now you might be worth $3 million, but because you don't know business and because you know what I'm saying, you're looking for a quick way to get some fast money, thinking it's free.
$150,000 in your life,
and they gonna take that $150 and they gonna go right out of the. They're gonna be in the office. They're gonna take the $150, leave the office, and go buy a scat.
Yeah, I've been around.
It's gone.
I've been around people. We had these discussions. Like, man, 5,000 or five. It was something 5,000, 5 million. Yeah, it was something. But long story short, whatever the number was, I'm taking it.
Right.
I don't care about nothing.
Yeah.
That was it, that's all. Whatever the number is, I'm taking it. So you taking whatever else that go along with it too then, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
You just can't. I'm sorry, you just can't. Like it's cool temporarily, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of artists go in with the confidence and the intent that, man, I can get that and that ain't gonna be nothing. I'm going to double back with another album, whatever. And it ain't that easy once you signed under these people. It ain't no just, I'm finna double back. Because they can make you sit down somewhere.
But this is another thing that the labels do. Say, for instance, right, it's an artist. Okay? Mm-hmm. And they sign for $150,000, right? So they put an album together, they put the album out, and the album don't do good.
Right.
But guess what the label gonna do? The label gonna come back with 300. They gonna be like, here go 300.
Right.
Yep. Right after that 150.
Yep.
Even though your first album didn't do good.
Yeah.
They gonna come back double the amount. Here go 300.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you in the hole. Yeah. $450,000.
Without even thinking about it.
Without even thinking. You in the hole, but you think you got all this money.
Yep.
Now you out here splurging, you doing this, you doing that. Yep. Your album not selling. You're not selling.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how you get the money back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the return.
Yeah, it's your boy Jilla Beats, man. For any artists out there looking for production, make sure y'all go check out my BeatStars page, man. BeatStars.com/eJillaBeats. That's EJILLABEATS. Let's get it.
But it's even worse than that. Man. They're thinking, okay, this is that only that money right here. So they ain't thinking about the receipts.
The album not selling mean the artist not doing no shows either.
But now, if the artist doing shows, they only get part of that money if they in the 360.
You got to think about it. Even if they label, see, you said it a few minutes ago. They want the label to do what they're not willing to do. So what they're failing to realize is, you might have got this money right here. You might be doing, shows and stuff like that. To them, in comparison, right? I'm gonna go back to that statement in a minute, but that comparison goes the same way how they're willing to spend $3,000 open up for a larger artist at a big venue, you know what I'm saying, and don't nobody know them, and it still ain't getting no traction, still ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but they're intrigued by the look. Well, I was on stage. I got footage. I got pictures in the back with the artist. You know what I'm saying? People out there, some people, came in the show, well, they see me on the stage. Yeah. And a long lost memory. And it's lost, $3,000. But it's the same kind of concept. Because then, just because the label is putting you, because the label will do that. You know what I'm saying? They'll do that. Like, okay, all right, boom, we got to get our money back. They're not thinking about, your album sales suck, but we still put you over here. We can make our money back at these shows. You know what I'm saying? They might put you in a show. Might. You know what I'm saying?
But in my opinion, labels should not touch artist show money. In my opinion.
I agree.
Now, on the other hand, if they in the 360 deal, they definitely touch the show money.
Oh, big time.
They touch all the money.
All the money.
Anything you got something to do with, they in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They in that.
Yeah.
But let me just rewind just a little bit.
Let's go.
As far as artists being paid. Now, I've been seeing across my timeline that, they're trying to get this new thing started with these rappers, DJs, and things with this union. And this union been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a great idea.
I was gonna ask you about that next.
I feel like it's a great idea. As far as that goes, you know what I'm saying. As far as artists, DJs, and anybody under the arts, be treated fairly. Right. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
Now, but my concern is if certain artists don't even want to pay $20 or $30 or $50 for artwork. Yeah. What makes you think they're gonna pay union dues? Because being in the union is not free. Let me let y'all know.
That's true.
It's not free.
Facts. And
I ain't seen nobody say that yet.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't, artists, talk about, come to these meetings and this and that. That's 100% fine. Yeah. I'm with it. Yeah. But at the same time, I haven't seen nobody yet say anything about union dues. And I know about unions because I was a vice president of one of the biggest unions out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's AFSCME. Yeah. Local 1111. I was vice president of that union. So I know a whole lot about union stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I haven't seen nobody say anything about dues yet. And I feel like that needs to be discussed because now an artist can determine if they want to do this or not.
Right.
Instead of trying to come to this meeting and going to this meeting blind.
Yeah.
Not knowing anything.
Yeah.
let these artists know it's union dudes involved. That's how you be in the union. That's how you stay. That's how the union operates. You know what I'm saying? That's how they are funded to help everybody because everybody is paying into it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's good. That's good. And it's funny, you know, that you're talking about that because it's like anything you do. You know what I'm saying? There's a cost somewhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta realize that, you know, you can't skate around and make traction and do things in a career for free. Right. It costs something.
And I feel like somebody something. And I feel like a lot of artists, a lot of DJs, a lot of, like I say, people under the arts period are not going to join because this is monthly. Like you have to pay monthly in a union if they got their stuff set up like that. Yeah. You got to pay monthly. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all not paying nothing monthly. You know what I'm saying?
What you think about that from the artist standpoint, Jilla? What you think about that part as far as the union?
I mean, from an artist standpoint, it's a good thing, especially if they like, you know, upholding their end of the bargain as well. You know what I'm saying? And if they have some good guarantees, you know what's going on. Like you can't just be trying to get my money and you ain't offering enough. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I could do this shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing and everything. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like I say, if they got they offers like are good, you know what I'm saying? Then it's a good thing. And I think artists do deserve to be treated better. Like that falls in the line of the artists that feel they should get paid to perform with a lot more other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So. If it go through and like you say, if they bring up the dues and see how it's gonna go, because I'm pretty not to even like speak negative on it, but I'm pretty sure that once that's brought up and brought out, people gonna fall back.
You'll know who's serious at that.
They gonna fall all the way back because it's like, oh, they just want some money. Right. But if you don't understand, you know what I'm saying, if you want this to work for you, I mean, you're gonna have to pay for something, whether it's the union dues, studio time, and you're gonna have to pay for something. And I think that's downplayed, like as far as like an artist. Like they feel like you just ain't just gotta pay for nothing. It's just.
But let me ask y'all this though.
Raw. Fuck with me.
But let me ask y'all this. Now it's like a two-part thing. Mm-hmm. First thing is what constitutes an artist being treated unfairly. First of all, what constitutes that? And secondly, say for instance, I'm a promoter, right? Yeah. And I want to book this DJ or I want to book this artist, right? And I tell them, even if I'm paying, I don't even hit them with the slot stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got $150 for this artist to give me a 30-minute set, and I got $250 for this DJ to play for 2 hours, right? So, what if if they feel like I'm treating them unfairly with the pay rate, who constitute, that's not fair to me?
Oh, I get you saying it's like a scale of
right. You know, like who in the union could tell me that I'm not being fair, right? As a promoter, see, this is like a lot of stuff that need to be talked about. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's confusing.
And that's what you're saying. I'm real interested in, you know, the criteria, because it's like not every company and every department is the same. You know what I'm saying? So not every artist and not every DJ is gonna be the same. So like what scale and what criteria has to be met in order to qualify for the union is what I'm concerned. I want to know that information. And And I was gonna ask another artist's opinion, Shannon the Shooter. What's your take on that? You know, like what's your viewpoint as far as the establishment of the union and your whole take on that?
Like I said, if there are artists that are actually serious about it, if there's artists that's actually serious about it, they'll be interested in it. But the thing is, nobody wants to be sold a dream. I'm not gonna pay a monthly fee if there's nothing I can't see that is making a difference for me and my life and my money. Because like Jilla said, if that's the case, I could do it on my own. So I think it's just something that like it's almost like a show and prove in a sense. Like, what do we really get? Like, how does this really work? So there needs to be full explanations and stuff like that for a real artist that's serious about this stuff to consider joining. If there's benefits to it, just like a job, okay, I'm gonna sign up for these benefits. Do I need all of these benefits? Do I get to choose which benefits I want and don't want? You know, so it's like they said, if it needs to be specified. Like what's going on, what qualifies you? Are there tiers? Are there levels? Am I in this level because I only been doing music 1 year or I've been doing music 10 years? Like where do I fall within this scale of? So it's questions. There'll be questions that need to be answered. And then if the cost as an artist, if the cost is making me stretch outside of my livelihood, I'm not interested.
Because see, this is another thing. Like, so the artist paying a monthly fee. You know what I'm saying? Now, the union's job is to protect.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, in a 9 to 5 terms, like,
correct.
So when you join a job and you work so long and then you're able to join the union, right?
Right.
The union is to protect you.
Right.
Like, say for instance, if the manager or your supervisor is harassing you, or they giving you working outside of the scope of your title, you know what I'm saying? You can talk to your union steward, and your union steward is the liaison between you
and the company
and the management or the company, and they could possibly get that fixed, right? So my question is, like, how does an artist, how does that work with an artist? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does it work with an independent artist as far as this independent artist paying monthly dues, month after month after month? But what my thing is, okay, I'm gonna just use myself in the job, a 9 to 5, because I don't want to make it sound tainted.
Gotcha.
Okay. So me as working at my job, right? Working a 9 to 5. Well, when I used to work at my job, a 9 to 5, I was in the union. I pay union dues faithfully because they came out of my check automatically in the deduction area. You know what I'm saying? But what if I never got in trouble? It's like paying car insurance and never have an accident. So what if I never get in trouble and never even need the union stewards, never even been to a hearing, never nothing. Everything, my pay rate good, everything straight. So now an artist gonna be like, so what y'all do for me?
But see, I like what you're saying because it is valid. From what I've been looking at, you know, as far as with the interviews and, you know, the representatives for it and all that stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I pay attention to a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it I don't talk about because I want to see where, you know, where it's going because, like you said, you know, in the background back here as far as how unions go and all that, and, you know what I'm saying, as well as the whole industry in itself and what it takes to, you know, be an artist and you know, all those points, the into investments, the return on investments, all that, knowing those areas, what's seeming to be the consensus for the union is the protection's there. That's what it seems like, and then on top of that, it's a guaranteed paycheck. And I'm not that's what I'm saying. Criteria and the breakdown of it. I definitely I'm interested in knowing what that is.
But
how
it's
that
not
works.
a guaranteed paycheck either.
No, here's what I'm saying that though, because even the representatives were saying that basically how musicians like symphonies, you know, saying orchestras and all that, right? They're guaranteed a paycheck.
They are
right. But it's in this union is in the same union as those musicians. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Okay, what's the criteria? Well, you know, what's the scales? You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, as far as levels, whether seniority, how does that work? How do they determine that? How do they determine the scales? You know, all these breakdowns in whole nine. But then also, as far as how are they determining that there's going to be a solid paycheck? Because they're like, basically in a nutshell, like musicians, whether people come out to the orchestra things, symphonies, however you want to call it, they get paid anyway. Right. So that's the backbone of what's being presented as far as for the artists. You know what I'm saying? So that way they go, okay, yeah. So regardless if anybody come out, you get 5 people come out, or you're still getting paid the same rate. So how is that being determined?
But guess what? That symphony was booked.
Right. Because I was about to say,
they was booked. That's the key thing. They were booked.
Yeah, it's your boy Jilla Beast, man. For any artists out there looking for production, make sure y'all go check out my BeatStars page, man. BeatStars.com/eJillaBeats. That's EJILLABEATS. Let's get it.
Right. So if these independent artists getting in this union and not being booked, and they paying into this union don't make them be booked.
Yeah. Because the other thing they said too, and I noticed they're talking about as far as like down what do you call it, the Bean, you know what I'm saying, down in Chicago. Mm-hmm. They're saying that the outside performances or whatever that people can go to, you know, those are they get paid for those, even though those are thrown as free concerts, that the musicians still get paid their regular salary. Yeah. So if that's here's my thing, if that's what you're banking off of, and these artists are being almost like semi-guaranteed that that's what's going to happen, how is it going to happen? Why is it going to happen? Like I said, we're going back to the criteria, the scale, the pay scales, all that stuff. And like you said, what's the protection part? Because at the end of the day, is the protection going to be a promoter said, okay, boom, you pay this money to perform and you're going to win a slot to open up for Herbo. You know what I'm saying? Is if it doesn't go like that, are they coming in to protect and go, hey, you said that they won this and they open up for, Herbo, you know what I'm saying? Boo, boo, boo. And but it didn't happen. So they come in to protect that and going, you need to make that happen. You need to get compensated for that. Like what is the extent of the protection that they're able to offer the vast amount of artists? Because you're thinking like this, and I look at it from this standpoint. Like if you're going somewhere, a different state or whatever, you might have, let's say roughly on the radar, they might have 10 to 20 artists that are booming, okay? And people are like, oh, we know them, they do big shows, blah, blah, okay, right? We have, at a minimum, at least 500 artists in Illinois, okay? So that's why I'm posing questions I'm posing. And I'm glad you brought the topic, because I was going to bring that up and ask y'all how y'all felt about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if for all the right reasons, I think it'd be a great thing, right? But all these questions have to be answered, because at the end of the day, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, and for those y'all watching, it's not a hating thing or a resistance thing or nothing like that. You're talking with people, or you're watching people talk about it that have been in the business before, all the fast, speedy ways of getting around it and hurry and put something out, and the masses have access to it, even if you get lost in the shuffle, being a minnow inside of a ocean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still have the accessibility, you know what I mean? So it's like, what we're talking about is posing the questions and seeing how it's really beneficial to advance the culture, you know what I'm saying? But also in the same breath, who's determining? How is it determined? As it being fair, or what's put in place? That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of, and understand that part. Because like you said, there's a lot of things a lot of takeaways that's like, okay, how do you cover these things? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, even doing construction, you know what I'm saying, with the union, there's a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying? Criteria have to be met, be a certain parts to be qualifying, paying your dues, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But they cover you in certain aspects and certain instances. What's covered?
Now, I don't know about construction, but just using common sense.
Yeah.
As far as the union goes, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a union will help construction workers in such a way, like, say for instance, if they outside building and it's extremely hot weather or cold weather, and they'll still be compensated if they can't work.
Yeah.
But if there's no work,
right,
they can't be compensated.
Right.
If it's no work,
right.
A union ain't gonna just make work appear. No, you got to take this person because he in the union. No, that ain't how it works.
They don't do that, though.
Right, that ain't how it works.
They enforce. It's a different enforcement. They don't. Right. Yeah, they don't do that.
And I just want, we just trying to, bring some light to the back end of what's being talked about.
Right.
Just only because I have a little bit of experience with unions. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's also a question like insurance. You on the Blue Cross Blue Shield plan. So that means you have to go to the doctors that we choose. Are you saying that the artists that's involved in the union, y'all got these bunch of events lined up that y'all need artists for that y'all could place them in? Is this what's being said? Like, it needs to be clear, like what it is,
Right.
what
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
Just be
Facts.
clear,
Yeah.
and you will cut a lot of the bullshit.
Yeah.
If you're clear and you telling people what's really going on, because everybody not getting booked. Don't matter how good you are, everybody's not getting booked.
Exactly.
Some places ain't even having nothing to book people. So how do you guarantee that I'm protected or I'll be treated fairly if there's nothing for me to go to? And what do you protect? What will you protect for me? I don't get in any situations where I need protection. So it's like,
Right.
are you saying if I get a ticket, you're gonna pay my
Yeah.
ticket because I'm an artist, or if I can't pay my rent, are you gonna protect me as an artist because there's no workout, and you're gonna give me my money to help me pay my rent because I pay my dues? Like, it just needs to be clear. It just needs to be clear.
I agree.
Because it's a lot of people that's gonna have questions that's not gonna ask.
But the idea is a good one. You know
It is definitely. Yeah.
Just a lot of things just need to be ironed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shit, y'all got anything y'all want to add, man? Probably close out with that.
No, I'm actually, it's a good topic, questions need to be answered because there's a lot of people that's interested in it, but I ain't really got nothing to say. It's just something to just see what happens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully it turned out to be a positive thing for the city, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe somewhere somebody, can clip this, you know what I'm saying, and throw this into some of y'all meetings, you know what I'm saying, and because these are like real questions that people would have, you know what I mean, so
Yeah.
yeah, man. So man,
So one thing I had to say on for everybody else was basically, man, like I said again, y'all watching this, just know that we're for the culture, advancing the culture. So we're gonna be more particular than average to make sure that artists are getting a fair shake, that the culture is being moved forward in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Not where like a car salesman type stuff. You know what I'm saying? With anything across the board. I don't care if it's for shows or anything like that, even the union, anything. Give the people the fine print. Give them the fine print. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't withhold information. Let them know what they're getting into as soon as they walk through the door, as soon as they open the pamphlet, whatever it is. Give them the fine print. That's the only thing that we care about, because if the fine print isn't given and people are coming in with false expectations and assumptions, and they come in and they do try to sign up in the whole nine, all it's going to do is it's going to disrupt the morale of the art, of the culture, and the people. It's going to create another unnecessary wave of competition and negativity and things of that nature. And it's a positive thing that the union and the representatives are trying to do. Mm-hmm. So as long as it's done the right way, we back that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I wanted to close out with, to let y'all know that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're asking the questions that some people, might be afraid to ask, you know what I'm saying? Or don't think to ask. A lot of times, like, there's too much credit given to people knowing business when they don't know business, and people that don't know business act like they know business. So from us knowing business and knowing the game, knowing the industry, knowing all things in this culture, and really caring about the culture for real, we want to make sure everything is done right, and we're going to give it to y'all pure, unadulterated, and unplugged.
Can't tiptoe around everything.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, this podcast is a very positive one. I promise y'all.
Yes.
As long as you listening with a positive ear. You know what I'm saying? Because we know quite a bit about what we discussing, and we not no gatekeepers. The floodgates are open over here.
Facts.
So all you have to do is just pay attention.
Yeah.
Just pay attention to the episodes every week. Yeah. And you gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
Just don't be a heckler.
Right. Just turn your negative ear off and just listen to what we trying to say. That's all.
That's it.
No imaginary beef.
None at all.
So, that being said, man, we gonna end with that. But make sure y'all following the Unplugged Talk podcast on Instagram. Make sure you following me on Instagram at I am DJ Qball.
Jilla Beats on everything.
And this is Versatile on everything.
It is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So make sure y'all tune in to the next one. All right? Let's go.
I'll let you.